Welcome to the speed build of the 2017 UCS Millennium Falcon. There you can see the inner boxes. Here's the instructions booklet, manual, some artwork there. There's a timeline of a lot of the Millennium Falcons they've built over the years, different artwork and details, movie production. There's the area where it shows after each numbered bag what the model will look like. There's 17 numbered bags, and sorting through them now. Start with bags 1. Bags 1 did take me a while to build, kind of getting used to getting back into the swing of things, how pieces look like and how they're grouped and organized. Like I said in my unboxing video, I usually don't dump the pieces out, and at the very beginning of building this I kept to that, but then later on I decided to start dumping them out. Makes it a lot faster to find the pieces. So this area, there's a lot of groundwork to be built. This is kind of like the inner structure once the Falcon is completely built, but as of right now you can kind of consider it the outer structure of the Technic area that you're building. Right here you're building the middle area. It's basically like the backbone of the model. It's basically what helps give it all its strength. A lot of pieces built really closely together, a lot of trusses and everything put in this section. Definitely needs that strength for how much this model weighs. Everything that connects to it, the farther and farther you go out, you're putting the outer section onto the middle area. Then you're going to build another outer section that's going to connect on the other side to the middle. There's the famous and rare orange separator. Definitely don't want to see that piece because that usually means I made a mistake. But there's the other outer section being connected. But I mean, as long as you catch it pretty early, you'll be alright, because I mean, this model is really intricate, and this section right here is Technic, so you definitely don't want to have to take any of that apart. Now on to bags 2. Building the landing gear, or the feet. And after I built the first one, I saw that you're building 6 of them. So the other 5, I just kind of built simultaneously at the same time. Definitely helps it make it go by a little faster. This area is one of 2 times that I can think of that I had the model upside down. Otherwise, you usually connect everything with the model upright. You attach the landing feet there. And then bags 3, we have our first character, just the Porg. There's 2 of them. And then we have Chewbacca and C-3PO. Little extra pieces going on to help secure the model together. And this area is the first floor section that's being built, and this floor section has the play feature that has the hatch that opens up and allows the gun to drop out the bottom. And it'll have Technic beams that go up, and then Technic pins that attach that to the outer structure there. Holds all the floors in. This floor section is one of 2 that are really detailed. And it gets some of its detail from stickers. Sticker sheet there. First sticker is being put on the console there. And then sticker for the hallway. I think those stickers are really cool. It kind of really helps show some depth in the model, even though it's just on a flat surface. Yeah, those stickers are probably one of my favorites out of the whole set. This here I feel like most people would probably say is the most recognizable. Here you got the finished product. You can see the hallway there, the chair, the console, the game board. Floor gets connected in. And this part here is an area that's angled at the bottom towards the front. And then this is the other area I was saying that the model was upside down. Putting the final 7th foot landing gear on. Sticker application for the backs of the seats there. There's some extra paneling to help secure the model together. Now on to bags 4, we have Han Solo and Princess Leia, and then their alternative faces. They have the masks, breathing masks, when they're in the asteroid field inside the space slug that's inside the asteroid on episode 5. This other floor section is the other one that's really detailed. Sticker application for a console there. Sticker application on this piece, which I think represents a hyperdrive. And you got the finished area. I think those are escape pods or escape hatches. Console, hyperdrive room. There's another console on the other side. And then you have some more hallway piece stickers. I like how they built up the hallways. The structures that shape the hallway doors. Basically, where you pass through different tan pieces that run up the sides that are angled. I think that's really cool. This last fourth section, there's nothing there, but I've seen a lot of people, if they do like the LEDs to light up the engines, they'll put the battery pack there. Some underside paneling. And we're on to bags 5. This is some more underside paneling. This section was probably the most challenging for me. The way it hooks up is very challenging. It hooks up towards the back, and then on the sides it rests on these underside pieces, and that angle kind of gives it its shape and characteristics of it. And I had to look up some pictures online and stuff like that because I felt like it wasn't angling right, and I had to take some pieces apart to be able to get it to snap in. And trial and error, I did find out that I didn't have it resting on the pieces on the side, but that was the most challenging. I'm using the separator piece to angle the detail pieces underneath. Now these are the L brackets that are put towards the back on the side that give the Millenium Falcon its shape. They're getting put on. See how it angles, gives it shape. The blue rubbered hoses, and then the fencing pieces. Now we're on to bag 6, which I did mess up during this because if you look at the numbers, the way you could tell if the numbers are upright or upside down is looking at the wording next to it. And I didn't do that on some of the bags, so I end up opening bags 6 and 9 at this point, so I'm going to have more extra pieces than what actually needs to be built. But this section did take a decent amount of time, just because it has a lot of little small pieces, a lot of attention to detail, and like greebling stuff. These parts go from the side of the Millenium Falcon and run up to the front. That helps shape the outer sides of the mandibles area. And as you can see, from time to time I'm sitting down and I'm standing up, and definitely after a while you get tired of sitting down, so here's the first one being put on. And I'm building the other side. putting the other side on. And then here I'm cleaning up the pieces. These are pieces from bags 9. Now on to bag 7. These are paneling pieces being built, and they will go on the underside of where the mandibles are. Here's the first one being put on. Building the other side. Now on to bags 8. Here's some cornering pieces that get put on the underside, kind of round off some areas, cover some areas up that are kind of rough. And here's some paneling pieces. You're building 2 of each, and see they've got pins, and they'll go up through some Technic pieces, and you'll put stuff on the other ends. Right there I'm on the back side, so on the other side it'll go on the front side of that V section. Then when I build that front side right there, it goes on the other side on the back then. And then these are little details that you're putting on the model that when you build the coverings for the mandibles on the top and bottom, you'll see them through the holes that are left in the covers, panels. Now on to bags 9 that I'd already opened up. Here you're building the coverings for the top of the mandibles now. There's the first one being put on. Now I'm building the other side. These areas are built in multiple sections that eventually put it all together. There's that one being put on. Now we're on to bags 10. This is where you're shaping the in between the V's part. I believe they're docking doors, and you're putting them on the underside to begin with. Here you're building the other side. Gets put on there. Then this section you're building up, which is the circle area. And it's on the underside of the model where the bottom gunner would be. So it's the window to see out and where the cannon would be at. Has Technic pieces being put on, and then you can see the red pin pieces, and it's actually too tall to fit underneath, so you have to actually pick up the model and set it on top of it. At least that's what I did. There you can see the finished area. Bags 11. As you can see, once you get most of the main structure done, as you go on, the bag's going to get faster because you're just building little small sections to cover things up. In this area, panel piece, is being built up. It goes, it's the top part of the docking doors, as you saw right there. First one got put on. Then building the other side gets put on. Bags 12 now. Got fin and BB-8. This is the back section where like the vents would be, and it goes from the like straight up towards the front of the model from the back to the middle, and it's what's going to help support the panels that go on the other sides of it. And then now you're going to start building the paneling that goes on the sides of that. And you've got the Technic pins that allow to locate some stuff. And on these panels, the first one I believe is a ball and socket joint that helps connect everything up. It's kind of intricate on how it connects, so I think I had to take some panels and move them around a little bit to get them to fit. And then the other side connects up with hinge pieces. There, bags 13. Some more paneling pieces being built. see where the exhaust vents are being built now. The first one right there gets put on the right side. I believe that one's the one that's first set of panels got put on with the just the Technic axles locating them, and then these get put on with the ball and socket hinge pieces I was telling you about. I believe the first one gets put on with a ball and socket, and then these get put on with hinge pieces. A little extra panel right there to cover that up. Bags 14. This area you're building the paneling that's gonna go towards the front from the middle to the front, the outer edge, and it's gonna go in between the mandibles. That middle section is built first, and then you're gonna build the side pieces that connect to that with hinge pieces. And that's what the finished paneling pieces look like that. Connect on the front there. Bags 15. Here you're building up the areas what I believe is the docking bay doors. I'm not exactly sure, but I believe that's what they are. Here's what they look like finished. Pop on each side. Here's some more paneling pieces. It's being built. These kind of have some interesting shapes to them. Kind of fill in some of the gaps. Sticker application being put on there to show the bullet holes, gun blast holes. And then this paneling piece is weirdly angled to go around where the dish would be. Bag 16 here, we got some unique pieces and very expensive. Got the canopy and for the cockpit. And then the front part nose piece there. Got old Han Solo and Rey. Here you're building up the cockpit area. Support beams that run off that to help hook it into the rest of the model to support it. And these coverings that I'm starting to run up the side, I actually messed up on one of them. Built it the wrong way, so this little saw blade area is going to be hanging on an area that's not indented right there, as you can see. And I'd later go back and fix that. There, you put on the cockpit piece part. This area right here, you're building up the hallway covering pieces. Coverings that go on the outside. It basically shows the hallway leading up to the cockpit. Here is that area complete. Put on, now we got bags 17. Here's the Flying Nox. The last character you build. Some smaller paneling pieces that get put on either side of the hallway leading up to the cockpit. There's another one. They just get located with axle pins that run down through holes in Technic pieces. And then this area, you're starting to build up the circular area that goes on top where the other gunner position would be. And right here, sticker application, those red pieces are stickers that are angled. Here's what that looks like. It gets put on. And then here's the original trilogy dish. Here you're building up the different generations, different spec models you can build. This one's the rectangular dish for The Force Awakens. Then you build different little nose pieces that finish off that style for Force Awakens. And you have the plaque. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different style narration.